I'm making this video. Virgin Mary is appearing to some group, Divina Madre, in South America, Brazil and Uruguay. I will leave a small description. And she's been giving messages, many messages, and Jesus is giving messages too. The latest message is about Middle East. Not a particular place, but still it's about Middle East. And many messages was that a war going to start if the precaution is not taken. If nobody does anything, it's just gonna escalate into a bigger and bigger problem. And she keeps warning us a war, it's kind of an imminent. I mean, how close, I do not know. So she asked people, the public, to pray for it. I'm doing this video on my own initiative. Part of it because I see many videos, they talk about it. They kind of try. Eric the Watchman, I watch him a lot. I like it. I like him. Except I do not agree exactly his point of view, because he takes completely on the Jewish side, the Jewish people's side. The question is not about taking the Jewish people's side. The question will be, is like, you want to be fair. It's I'm a person, just to begin with, I have seen Jesus Christ in person when I was 10 years old. So I saw Jesus just like you guys are seeing me, just like you're seeing me here. And much later on, I spoke with Jesus himself. I will try to I went over it, I thought about it. I don't not have much time, but I'm looking at it, I'm saying Jewish people, they want to get that land. Well, they got it, but they got that land by force. Now, I haven't spoken with many Jewish people. Their ideology is that God gave them that land. Is this something true? Is it true that God gave them that land? I don't know, because that's not the stuff that they did with me. I mean, they kind of not even explain. It's like you have to figure out things. There is a lot of things. It's like I have to put and connect the dots together. The only thing that I have concrete from God is Mount Sinai. It's real. That Mount Sinai really did happen. It's real. Except that what happened in that Mount Sinai, that I don't know. I don't know what was said, what was spoken, inside the content, I do not know. The only thing I have from God is Mount Sinai, it's real. Okay. Jewish people, they think they have some sort of a right over that land, taking it by force. Arab people, they irritated a lot of Arabic people. Had you been an Arabic person, a Palestinian, I mean, somebody comes and takes your land, obviously you're going to get mad and you're going to take in your hand whatever you have and you're going to go fight. You're going to fight with them. You're not going to just sit and just watch somebody taking your land. If I'm in Los Angeles, if some invaders come and they try to take over United States and try to kick people out, I mean, I don't know where would you go, but anyway, if they try to kick people out, they're gonna revolt, they're gonna fight against it. That's just a normal human reaction. Now, from the Palestinian side, from suicide bombers and all the terrorists, I kind of agree with you, but at the same time I do not agree because I'm Armenian. Armenian had some sort of a similar problems with the Turks, but anyway, I'm coming here as a religious person to say that God is taking one side, on the side of one group of people over the other group, like taking the Arabic side or the Jewish side or any other nation. That's not really the nature of God. He doesn't. They don't do things like that. God doesn't operate everything. He left it to his angels to operate. They don't really operate that way. They really look at the content. It's like the faith side, to strengthen the faith. If Arabic people, they get all, let's say, together, the Palestinian people, and they build a huge bomb, let's say, the size of this. It's so big, like, let's say the land of Israel is about this size, and they achieve, and they build a bomb this size. What if they detonate something like this? First of all, there's going to be no more land left. Everything going to, basically, it's going to make a huge hole. It's going to create a huge crate, and it's going to affect all the countries beside it. So this is completely illogical. The same thing goes for Iran, that they are making this much noise. They want to have an atomic bomb, and obviously nobody wants nobody. I feel that, like, they want to be powerful as a nation. They want to be powerful, and these other countries, they do not trust them, because sooner or later they're going to end up using it. There is a chance that they will use it. Even if they use it, they're not realizing that if they use it, it's going to affect them too. Because Iran, it's pretty close to Israel, Lebanon. So they're very close. I mean, lately I became a truck driver, and you'll be amazed. Like, you can go from Los Angeles to Texas, and it feels kind of close. And that entire Middle East is even smaller than that. How they're expecting to detonate something in Los Angeles? I mean, obviously, if you detonate atomic bomb in Los Angeles, the entire United States, sooner or later, it's going to be affected because of that, radioactive material. The wind going to blow it everywhere. Everybody's going to get affected. That's not a smart approach to this. There is tensions, or people do not see, the leaders do not see eye to eye. They should have Jewish people, they should have taught these things a lot more, they should have gave a lot deeper thought to this thing instead of trying to go there and take it by force. They tried to take the land off of the hands of Palestinians by force. And all these Arab people are irritated at that. I mean, me being an Armenian, Armenians, they had no land. I mean, they have a small land, but that's not the point. A lot of Armenians, they were kicked out of their homeland of Turkey, and many Arabic countries, they just opened their doors and they let them stay there, live there. They never said anything. I mean, my folks are from Syria. They never said anything. They did not bother them. This animosity, it's going into a wrong direction. If you are an Arabic person, you are a Palestinian, just calm down. There's way too much problem in the world. Way too much. It's really too much. I understand like Arabic people, they want to have, or Palestinian actually, they want to have the entire land to be Palestine. And it's kind of too late because there's too many people living there, too many Jewish people living there, and where are you going to send them? Where are they going to go? They can come to United States, which is not a bad thing, but even United States, there isn't much land. Like I as a truck driver, I drive here and there. There is land, but the land is not a livable land. There isn't much water. It's too hot. It's too cold. Winter it's cold. Summer it's hot. It will drive you nuts. It's not a pleasant place to live. Only coastal areas are nice, and it's overpopulated. Like Los Angeles, it's overpopulated. Anyway, you have that issue that where they're going to go. One of my thought was, you know what, these people, they're arguing this much, these Jewish people, they want to have the land. Just take it and, sorry about the words, I mean, just take it and shut your mouth and just go your way, you know. Creating this much problem, this much tension. Next door neighboring countries are very nice. The Egypt, close to the coastal area, it's a wonderful place to live. You know, you can, that's one of the options. You can just cut a financial deal, ask this much money, and you can go somewhere else, build houses, things like that, and you can have a life, forget about it. You know, hopefully there will be school, you can send your kids to school, just have a nice life, because this war and war and war and war, and it's going nowhere. It's going nowhere. Jewish people, they should have, because they are stronger, they should have sit down and thought about this into detail, instead of really forcing it, forcing their way in. And one way I was thinking that, man, these people, most of those Jewish people that they went there, they went from Europe, from World War II, and they're like, they live there, they're born there, they live there, and that's what they learn. When you want something in another country, you go invaded by force. So they just apply the same technique. They want the land, they just went there and applied force, and they try to take it by force. There would have been a need for a third party to kind of jump in between these two group of people, try to appease the tension. it's not going into right direction. Now, any conflict in that area, it's not in my interest, my personal interest, because I'm from Lebanon. It's not in my interest, because if they detonate any kind of strong bomb, it's going to affect Lebanon. Atomic bomb, I don't know why they don't talk about those things. They should have talked and explained it, that once you detonate that bomb, well, the stuff doesn't disappear. It's all little material of radioactive things that's going to fly everywhere, and everything is going to get affected, and you don't get affected right away. Gradually, you're going to start to have cancer. Do some research about Okinawa, something, Japan, and you see it. People, a lot of people died right away. A lot of people start dying within 5 years, 10 years, and people, they're losing their hair, they're having cancer, all kind of physical problem. The land is kind of contaminated. They cannot raise any crop there, because anything vegetable you grow, there's that radioactive thing that goes in it. They're going to ruin that entire area. This is not a smart way to go. And again, I say this is I'm doing this thing because Virgin Mary keeps giving warning that people, they should start to pray, and the entire population, they should get on their knees and pray. This is her words, not my word. You can listen to those things and see exactly what they say, what he's saying.
Hasta la Asunción.
From the Annunciation of Gabriel the Archangel to the Assumption.
No les pido nada grandioso, hijos míos.
I do not ask anything magnificent, my children.
Solo les pido que cumplan lo que mi hijo les pidió
I only ask you to fulfill that which my son requested
durante su último mensaje del día 22 de octubre.
during his last message on October 22nd,
Que se amen más los unos a los otros por aquellos que no se aman,
that you may love one another more for those who do not love one another.
porque si el amor de Dios
Because if the love of God
sigue faltando en este mundo,
continues to lack in this world,
¿cómo creen que esta humanidad terminará?
how do you believe that this humanity will end?
Se lo han preguntado, mis amados.
Have you wondered, my beloved ones?
Ahora entienden la agonía de la Madre de Dios.
Do you now understand the agony of the Mother of God?
Ya no llevo solamente 7 espadas en mi pecho,
I do not only carry 7 swords in my chest
que traspasan mi corazón.
that trespass my heart.
Ahora
Now,
mi corazón
my heart
es traspasado por 14 espadas.
My heart is pierced by 14 swords,
Por los pecados más graves de este mundo.
by the gravest sins of this world,
Existiendo así un gran pecado central
thus existing one central sin
que hace doler mi corazón,
that makes my heart ache,
que es el pecado de la indiferencia.
which is the sin of indifference.
Por eso,
Therefore,
cuando al menos nos sientan con el corazón, tengan cuidado,
when you do not at least feel with your hearts, be careful,
para que sus corazones no se endurezcan como una piedra,
so that your hearts may not become as hard as a stone,
al punto de que todo lo que se muestre en este mundo y lo que se mostrará
to the point that everything that is shown in this world and that will be shown
no les haga mover su mundo interno.
may not move your inner worlds.
Atención, mis amados.
Be attentive, my beloved ones.
Invoquen a sus ángeles de la guarda.
Invoke your guardian angels.
Invoquen la poderosa sangre de Jesús,
Invoke the powerful blood of Jesus,
para que el Señor los purifique y los sane,
so that Lord may purify you and may cure you,
para que sus corazones siempre sientan la necesidad de orar
so that your hearts may always feel the need to pray,
y de no hacerlo por un compromiso o por un horario,
and of not doing it for a commitment or time schedule,
porque es el tiempo
because this is the time
de que el Padre vea que mi obra se está cumpliendo a pesar de las adversidades.
for the Father to see that my work is being fulfilled despite the adversities.
How can you stop the war, all this conflict in Middle East? Oh boy. Then there is this Iranian things, which kind of I'm completely lost on it. What does Iranian people have in it? What interest they have? I mean, everybody's talking about it, that Hezbollah is literally something made or backed by Iran. Why Iran is backing up Hezbollah? I don't know. They want to take Israel. For what? To do what? As a Christian, I have some interest, let's say, in Jerusalem. I'm not that crazy about it. I mean, it's okay, but it's nothing that crazy. I mean, you look at the films or you look at the videos. I watch videos on YouTube. It's not that crazy place. I mean, it's okay, but it's not anything like to say, wow. No, it's not. You have a lot of rocks. I mean, it's acceptable, but it's not Cancun. Let's face it. To go crazy about that place, it has a huge religious value, but it's not a fantastic place. Beirut, I'm born in Beirut. Yeah, Beirut, it's nice. Lebanon, it's nice. But Jerusalem, it's not. I mean, it's okay. Anyway, to create this much war, that's my whole point. This much war, this much people on each other's throat. I wanted to mention suicide bombers. If you are a suicide bomber, or you think you're going to become a suicide bomber, look behind you, the person who did it before you. Let's say that person comes back to life. Just look at it. What you were trying to achieve, now you're dead, you're gone, you come back and you're looking at it. What did you achieve? What difference it made? Did it change something? Did it make it better? Nothing has changed. So many people, they do suicide bomber. Okay, 2 years pass, 5 years pass. What did it change? Another person goes and does suicide bomber. Another person goes suicide bomber. What is it changing? It's not changing anything. There is as much as hatred as before he did it. Stop it. You're going nowhere. Listen to me. Listen to my advice. This is something is not going anywhere, and using a bigger force, I do not suggest you. I do not encourage you, neither party, to do that. And it's kind of ridiculous, because I'm kind of think it's like, how can I say it? like one party, they come and they take a small slap, physically you go and you slap somebody, and the other one is a little bit stronger. He turned around and punch him, but he cannot punch him too much, and the other one give him a small punch. The other one give him a small punch. Rockets are flying from this side to this side, this side to this side, then another this side, and now you have innocent people. Some lady in his house that she kind of has nothing to do with it, or she doesn't want to know nothing. Her building a rocket comes to the building. Now she's dead, or she lose one leg or an arm, or it's not easy to get injured. It's not. You're not into that life. You don't know how much these people are suffering. People who get injured, well, it's like the rest of your life. What are you going to do? You can't work. You're in a country that there is no welfare, there is no unemployment, there isn't much jobs. How are you going to live? I thought about it. I will mention this many Jewish people, millions and millions. Maybe there is, I don't know. I have seen Moses. I did not know it was Moses, but I have seen Moses. And maybe there is some other people out there that they have seen him. Just kind of changing the subject. It was kind of, how can I say it? It's like you're front of a reality. I mean, it's hard to explain the feeling. Like, I was thinking, like, what is he gonna do? He's gonna stay right in the middle of an intersection and move his hands up and down. Most likely, they will not even listen to him. With all this noise that Jewish people are making, chances are they will not even listen to him. That's really going deep into religion, the messages that came from God, what happened, how much of that Bible is true, how much is not true. I cannot enter into those details right now with this video. Since Virgin Mary is asking for a prayer, I mean, I really suggest people to go and start watching those videos and follow it. Divina Madre group. Follow the prayers. I cannot go into too much details into a because it's too fast. It's too fast. Like I have to tackle these things small pieces at a time, kind of. The whole thing is about good and evil, and this Palestinian thing, it's between Israeli people and Palestinian people. Man, it's the biggest element that's coming from God. It's about good and evil, just literally good and evil. That's it. There's nothing else. There's some other stuff, but the basic thing, the biggest thing, it's about good and evil. I feel like I'll think about it. Maybe I'll do some other videos. Okay, thank you. About good and evil, it's almost like if God, I mean, let's put it like the principal of the school will call a person, will call you to his office and will tell you, go and tell the other children to behave. It's something similar to that. Now, is it possible that the way the Bible says it, they put it, that God told them, go take the land, Israel land? I don't know, because they did not tell me anything. I saw Moses just like you guys are seeing me, except that I did not know it was Moses, and it took me. I was 7, 8 years later I found out that was Moses. But that's not the point. Is it possible that apparently on Mount Sinai God told Jewish people that that's your land, you can go take it? I don't know. I don't know. You have to give me some time to think about it, because those kind of things, it's my opinion, it's administered by angels, and this is a little bit too advanced for me to talk about things like this. It's kind of too advanced, because from their end, they're like literally the only thing that matters for them, it's their stuff. If their project is advancing, they kind of gave that's really literally relying on the scriptures, that they're kind of saying it, that they wanted Jewish people to be the light of this world. So they're using it, or heaven is using it, that as a group, to make them the light of this world for all the other nations. Let me not go into it too much in this, because it's a bit too complicated. But I can assure you, it's like everything is about good and evil. No, taking somebody else's land to kick them out and take their land is kind of evil. So do you think God would say something like that? I don't know. I mean, if I was an angel, let's say I'm not, but would I make that kind of an order? Or does it make sense to me? Even that's a bit too advanced. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to start talking about those things. Let's just think about finding a solution for now, for this world, this life that people are living. I mean, I don't mind giving some other testimony, but this is one video and I don't want to push it too much. The only thing I can say is it's all about good and evil, literally good and evil. Let's just follow what Virgin Mary and Jesus are saying at Divina Madre, and people slowly they have to start to pray and turn into prayer. Many Islamic people are wrong because they are killing each other. If you just go 5 years ago, things like that, 5 years ago, 5 years ago, this ISIS, Islamic people, it's Islamic, have both of them are Islamic. Big deal. One it's Shia, one it's Sunni, but big deal. They're killing each other. And even if it's Shia, they're going to find some other excuse why to kill him. That's evil. It's let's take it slowly because this is too much, really too much. Uh, People manipulating others. Uh, I'm gonna go into politics, kind of some weird thing. One of the thing is ISIS. They were claiming that they want to make the entire region as a Islamic state, at least because we don't have the Arabic word. My Arabic is not very good. Islamic countries. Well, the country it's already Islamic. What are they trying to do? Syria it's already an Islamic country. It's not a Christian country. They want to grab it one by one all this country, put them together. Well, that's their idea, their opinion. But all these little countries that they're trying to put them together, they were already Islamic people. It's already Islamic country. People easily getting influenced or falling to their lies because let's face it, majority of these people, those fighters, they do not know how to read and write. Most of them, most likely, they never been to school. They're kind of ignorant. They're doing it kind of as a pretext of religion. Which part of it is religion, which one is not religion, and from where all this money, all these bullets are coming. It's ridiculous, man. You know, it's ridiculous. Like taking the world or the rest of the world as a fool. Who's financing all this? Who's behind it? Because you need tons of bullets. Who's paying for all these things? You know, they don't want to bring all these things to the light. Bring it and tell those things to the public, the American public at least. And even the American public, what are they going to do? I mean, at least they will be informed, but what the average person going to do? You know, they already have enough burden on their own shoulder. Anyway, let's just leave it here for now. I will hopefully do other videos in it. Thank you.